might actually just restart the recording, so I might just repeat some of the things I just said. All right, so here we go. We have the Kryn up here, and then we have the Yor over here. We just finished that war. At this point, I needed to consolidate. And I don't think I might get any expansion done. I mean, I still would need a star base around here to get to this location, and Taurians kind of have it locked down. Now, they are fairly strong at this point, so I want to build up quite a bit before we get to another war here. Okay, let's see. Now I don't need every one of my, so I need to kind of think how I want to approach this. I want a fair amount of research because that just helps immensely. I'm kind of low on my research here, low on manufacturing. So probably a couple of goals is get some governors, which I have plenty of money here to purchase governors right away. Get that going. Maybe I'll do some influence if I have a decent influence planet, and then also scoop up, lock down all the resources are in my area before the Taurians kind of all them up. Okay, I have a food problem, but I have some Mesantium. So first thing I want to do is just kind of pick which colonies to core here, because I have too many. If I go to Konya here, this is way too many colonies. It's pushing the crime to 88%. This one's at 42, and this is at 35. So if I split some of this off, that's going to help. So first, let's see. Before I do that, I believe I have the invite leaders. So I'll do that first. And then I'm looking for leaders that are good for colonists. So minus 3% global crime and a decent leader. Ideally, these first three, intelligence, social, and diligence, are all 5 and above. But it's not as critical. And then we want at least 50 approvals. So I want this guy. Or this one, just even though they have fairly good stats, because I don't have any harmony crystals. So take you. This one looks like a good overall leader, so I'll take that one. And this one's pretty decent, but her approval's too low. And this one's good all around. Wow. Might have to look. It looks like the irradiated have excellent stats. Okay. Now, for these other leaders, I may still want to use them for other roles, like commander. Like we could do a commandership here. I also could do factions, so I'll come back to that. Let's see. Okay, so I know I want Chryseth. Do I expect hostility or diplomacy with Turtles? I think Taurians tend to be fairly peaceful, but it looks like it looks like they want to attack me. So they are very strong. So I'm not going to sweat it too much. I might just try to consolidate, get up as much as possible, and then close this gap on our power here. Okay, so of these colonies, what I'm looking for here is first, what resources do they have? Orbital factory, sensor array, orbital market. AI is so much better and also worse at using these things. Let's see. This one has 25. This one's 32. So it's a bigger one, and it's Paradise World. It's a good world. This would be a good world for a um, influence, which will help fight that sector. Plus, it'll help get money from tourism. So I think I want that. What type of precursor world is this? Oh, this is the... Oh, that's tempting. Research one. And then around here, I have one, two... Okay, this would have been nice, but I think I might make this one my core for this area. Okay, so then I want to find whoever has the highest intelligence, which looks like this one. This looks like our best one overall. And so we'll assign them. And it looks like the AI has been so gracious to help build up this colony for me, so I don't probably need to do a whole lot for this world here to make it a strong tech capital. Okay, so and then it looks like they've taken these here, and I think the only other one here, we have Crastor, which will be good to expand stuff around it. Chryseth already has a good amount of stuff around it. So I think that will be all of our colonies here. Probably hear my cat just losing her mind. What happened here? Don't think oh, did I recruit him for... I don't know why I have... Maybe I did recruit him. Okay. Yeah, they would be pretty good commanders, but he's also the highest intelligence one of my group. So, all right. So then here, what do we have? We have Chryseth is this is going to probably be an influence economic world. So that will give 9 economy here. So sign governor. Maybe the social governor will go to Chryseth. Here, let me do this. Yeah, the UI, that's what I thought. I thought the UI might be a little bugged and saying something that wasn't true. Okay, so Chryseth. And then was it Craster 2 is the other one? Excuse me. Craster 2. Okay. Now with that, their shipyard, make sure it's assigned, which it looks like it is. I'm going to... How many pops do I have here? Oh, they have only one. So they can't do colony ships. This one has a lot of pops. So we'll do the 3 colonies, 3 colonies here. We'll do all 3 colonies over there. Okay, so that's going to take either 3 or 7 turns. And then I think I don't remember what I was going to do with this one, but lots of decisions. It looks like I have a lot of stuff unlocked too. Now, Facile, I might still colonize, and the reason is this was a minor civ, so it's got a couple unique improvements I at least want to get off, but I'm not going to keep it as its separate colony. It's going to split everything over here. So before I do that, though, let's get 2 colony ships over here. Let's see, this has 1 population, so I can't. And then this one, okay. And then there's a few extra population on here, so I may also take this one and try to get some of the population off. I don't think there's a way for me to pick up columnists from these worlds. I think you always have to have columnists on a transport or something first, which is kind of annoying. Okay, so this world's can't expand because it's capped, and I'm not going to worry about these. And then I also want to deal with any criminals. So we're going to try to take charge of this and clean up a bunch of stuff on the Empire. All right. Let's see. What do I have here? I have an approval. Okay, so let's see where I can use the approval one. I will go through automation in a little bit. And this is what I was looking for. Core worlds. So Craster 2 and Chryseth both have low approval. So I'll use my approval relic on the lowest one. And I don't necessarily, if I might build this as an economic world slash influence world, I don't necessarily need the approval to be super high on that. Okay. This looks like an economic world. Oh, and culture world. Chryseth. This is almost always a good influence world because you have the Krennic Krennic Temple, which is always in the worst spot possible. I don't know why it always shows up on the fringe. I need to write some of this stuff down. Okay, so on each of my worlds, I have starports. There, it's not. We don't need paper. Let's notepad. Okay, starports, fusion power plants, manufacturing capital. I have a beacon of Babylon, a virtual world, Kimberly's Refuge, and then I have a bunch of research improvements. So let's do our research world first. Just want to check something here. No, I can't pick what pops I move off of colonies only cores. Okay. Alright, so let's move our ships here. Oh, 1 second. 2 things I need to do. I was playing around with some settings or some tests, so I do not want to lose my game suddenly and then have to make up for it. Okay, so we have the one population, one colony ship ready to go. All right, and then this one increases our population level. And then this one increases wealth and approval. So, and that one increases all. I have plenty of manufacturing, so I'm going to destroy this improvement and make a housing district. Destroy this improvement and make it a entertainment district. Because then it will benefit from both of these, except for this. Maybe not. Yeah, the economic. Yeah, if you conquer the civs, they have a unique building. I'll show it because it's in a little bit here. Let's see. But this benefits mostly from food and some for population. Yeah, we'll probably do that for now. But I want to build, I'm going to rush this to get the food improvement right away. So this can keep growing. And then we'll slow build this entertainment district. And then we'll go from there. Okay. Craster has, check and make sure it has a shipyard, but it does not have the pop to do a colony ship. And core world capital. Let's see. Probably move that over here. Yep. This will get, it'll be a level 1 improvement because I put it on a population tile. So it gets an extra population cap, which helps offset some of the negatives there, and 5% income. Now I will leave this to grow. This doesn't always update, so don't worry about it saying it's not able to grow. All right, manufacturing is really low here, and then this is a tourism and approval spot. This one is an interesting puzzle here. Let's see. Let's do the supply depot. This one increases manufacturing for things around it. And this one's... Is there a... I just want to make sure it's not a better spot for the... Let's do the starport down here. The colonial generator is one that benefits more from... There's kind of ones that are better for giving adjacency bonuses, and then other ones are better at receiving. And then these, I'll do a colonial generator right here. And then probably build a manufacturing district. Might as well finish that triangle. And I probably will leave that for now. Starport, I'm going to rush. It's only 100 credits. And it helps our build this up here. What am I going to use this for? So I'm going to now do a colony, or the colony ship here, because it's going to take 10 turns. I'll have my population up by then. And we'll just try to get a few of these going. Let's see. So I'll do one at a time here. I'll probably leave that one there. Okay, and then I want to probably clean up these precursor relics and get those. Most of my empire is going to be focused on civilian ships. I will do some I think refuge if they're still good for it. Yeah, they'll still be doing military ships, and then the ore world. Everything else will do civilian ships. Yeah, the core world capital is a population improvement. The capital city is a special improvement. So you can still level it, but you need like a plus to all. And then I think the only other one is the if you have a prison, like the Drengen start with, you can get plus to all. All right, so actually after assigning all my, let's just go real quick and check. Looks like our crime is all below. The highest crime is this one at 22%. So the crime's gone way down. And then I could probably do a surveillance center to bring it down further. Okay, this. All right, surveillance center is a shipyard production improvement, but it doesn't grant shipyard. It increases population. So the surveillance center we want to put next to, like, I don't like putting it next to the starport because it doesn't benefit at all, or it doesn't increase the starport's level, and I want as many stuff that increases its level next to it. So I probably will build it right here, or I may not worry about the I think I'm not going to worry about where I put it, because each level is 3%, so it's 10% right, or 10 around. That puts at 12. This would do. Well, it's probably not a terrible plan. Okay. Yeah, I'd changed my mind. I'll put this right here, because that's going to be. Oh, it's only 3 levels. That's good enough. It'll give me. It'll eliminate most of my crime. And I don't know if I care about crime here. I actually don't care about crime on this world, except for it creates criminals. Okay, so the fusion power plant increases research, manufacturing, and shipyard production. And then it's, so I think I'll put that here instead. So this bumps up the starport. Okay, and that will be 4 turns. Am I going to rush it? No, I don't want to spend 800 on that. Okay, this is another one of my research worlds. So I can kind of race down the tech tree. Okay, it's got turns of jobs to build. Okay, then we have this one. This is Chryseth. I might actually not go with my original plan. Influence growth percent in a flat amount. Yeah, I think I will. And this is an influence improvement. And it grants influence levels. So let's destroy this. And Beacon of Babylon is what I want to build, but I don't know if I'll get Harmony Crystals. So let's look at the Bazaar. They got Precursor, Arnor, Spice, and Thulium. Let's see, while the Taurians still like me, let's see if they'll trade. They got Snugglers, Hypersilicates, and Xanthium, and Antimatter. Now, let's do this differently. If I grant the Exploration Treaty, I can see their Fog of War, and I can do it one time. But they usually pay you quite a bit for it. So let's see. I gotta learn what these resources are useful for. Like, if I want Xanthium or Helios ore. But I think I will just grab... Nah, he wants too much for it. And because he might declare war, I want to do a flat credits, number of credits. And since this is a pretty big tree, let's try to persuade. And a little bit more. Okay. Something else in mind. Let's try to declare friendship with them. See if we can offset some of those bonuses or the debuffs. And since I've done my trade now, then I can consider if I want to do the give them financial help, which is 7 credits per turn, but it's worth quite a bit. So that's okay. So I'll offer that, and then when this is all said and done, hopefully this pushes this back to better terms. Because I want to try to get him to fight someone else and not me. Okay. At least for right now. Eventually I'll... Alright, so then... Let's actually do... I need to go through my shipyards now. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is I want to find any orphan shipyards and decommission them. This is from being at war. And you can see it up here, so that now they're all assigned to something. Okay, and then probably that. And what we have, Vipers. Okay, so Iconia is our big production world, and Refuge. This is a research world. So now what I need to do is find which world is my production or my economic capital. So it looks like Refuge, which is fine. I'll see trade network. Okay, so and I think I will use other worlds to do production. This was my time production world, but now that the war's over, I think I might convert this to the. Oh, this is actually a better economic world. So never mind. This one's going to be, instead of colony ships, they're going to put out freighters, but they're not going to do that freighter module or ship. They're going to do. I think I might have built this freighters. Okay, so we're going to take the freighter. I'm going to start new design. Jeez, clicking the wrong thing. Okay, the first time you load into the game in the shipyard, the shipyard screen takes a little bit longer. That's why that happens that way. Okay, so I don't have the I can't do freighters yet. So I don't need a missile targeting quite yet. What I might do is I'm gonna try push my research up a lot to the point where I can catch up in military text fairly quickly. Okay, this is a research world. So in their shipyard, I think I'll build constructors. Let's see, we got a few of them here. How are we doing for population? We have 3. Oh, not colony ships. Only problem about construction is it costs you control, and I don't like this this thing. How many do I get per turn? 6 per turn. Okay. So I can pay for basically 1 constructor turn. Let's see, fast constructor. Okay, so you build constructors and try to get at least 1 around each of my colonies. Let's first focus on Iconia. And modules and Promethean. Okay. Oh wait, no. Instead of Iconia, I have resources I gotta get. Now, does this? I always want to know. Is this okay? So it does tell me who the owner is. Okay, that's why I was hoping was the case. I'm curious what the AI does with these. Oh, they were able to get in range. Okay. Okay, so that Terran claimed. I want to make sure all my resources are claimed that I can get. This one's claimed. This one, I believe, is not claimed. So we will do this number here. We'll call this a constructor called 1. And it just needs to be within 5 tiles. Ideally, when you're placing these things, kind of place them so you can kind of connect your area, which are all connected here. But if you have a choice on where to place them, place it somewhere close enough to the board so when it does expand its influence bores, it connects things. It helps with the tourism, I believe. 1, 2, 3. Just do that there. We're going to do a new one. I think there's 2, 3, 4, 5. Sometimes actually this may not work. Put that there. Okay, so then that is claimed, that is claimed. This one is not. Why can I not? Oh, because I haven't even found explored that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll go and rename these rally points in a second here. Okay. So that antimatter, that one's claimed. Let's do another one here. Okay, and then looks like the Iconians got all the other things down here and they're about to claim that, so they got all those resources. Which I'm not going to worry about. If we do end up war with them, the first thing on my target is their resources. Because first it's their star bases, so it reduces their range, keeps them from sending transports to me, and then it cuts down their economy a little bit. Okay, so let's go to this here. It's just, let's see, there's pirates over there. And a little bit, it'll make sense why I'm doing this way. Okay, so we have the Drengen, which I'm gonna wait till next turn so I can trade them. Was this constructors 5 or 6? 6. Okay, so that's done. I got my colonies all taken care of. I got my shipyards, except for this one. Crastor is going to probably work on... This is my economic world. Okay, so this one's going to pump out freighters. Except for I'm doing the wrong... Oh, that's right. This is why I wasn't doing that. I gotta wait one turn, so I'll just do a module or something for now. Not gonna probably finish that module anytime soon, but okay. So now let's go to our shipyards. Okay, those are all done. Now I'm gonna rename some of these. We'll actually do... Helps me remember what's what. Actually, let's take this one step further. This is refuge. Okay, this is gonna be a research. Okay, now this screen doesn't update right away, so it'll be, and then this is more important. Put down what these do. and the reason I do this is every once in a while they'll be like, "Hey, I need you to shut down this starbase." And I'm like, "Well, what does that do?" Also, when I'm trying to decide what to prioritize, I can look back on this. And they can have the same name. You don't have to have unique names. Okay, so those are all set up. We got all of our star bases. Now we need to do our ships. I wanted to fleet them up uh, into, or consolidate them as few fleets as possible, but while still spread out enough so they can maintain threats. So I don't know what they're doing here. It looks like they're about to take over something. All right, where is my survey fleet? Okay. So let's take these pirate or these little fleets here. Okay, and then we will create a new rally point, and I will say probably one right here. Torian rally point. And one right here. Okay, so now going through my fleets here, I'm going to you're on escort. Well, I don't need you escort anymore, so let's go over. Let's exit. And then kind of set up some of my fleets to each location. Okay, so I'm up 3 for that location. Let's see. And then this other one I'll be up 9. Oh, I do need more probes. Yeah, they wiped out a lot of them. I'll try to manually kind of clear up the fog and then find the I'm losing my mind here. Okay, so this is we'll try to do a ship's graveyard with that one. Let's have the antimatter warhead. Let's grab that. I need a little bit more for that. Let's see. This one needs to go to 1. Okay, I'm up 2 over there. I'm gonna send you to the pirates. This fleet I will send to the Sentinels. This one's going to go to the pirates. Sentinels. Now, the AI might actually, the reason why they have their fleets there is they may actually be trying to take out the Sentinels. They're not always, actually, they tend not to be secretly trying to attack stuff. Okay, so this is one of my, let's put it near the nearest constructor. And let's see, fast transport 4. I take my transports and gonna put them on Tiberius right now because I don't need them for invasions right now. Vipers assigned, and this one's assigned. Okay, so I think everything is assigned right now. This one, some more naming conventions here. Let's see. This is probably either a wealth or a production world. I think I will have this after a little bit of a debate. I'll do this as a production world. So M for manufacturing, Iconia, M for R for research. What am I in? I forget what was. Oh, this is a wealth. Who doesn't have a name? This one doesn't. This is a research, and because I'm gonna make this a capital, and the same thing, I use the plus. Now these all should have. Oh, this one doesn't. Now I gotta remember what I'm doing with all this stuff. This is gonna be a wealth capital. Which just means I put all the best buildings on these things. Not just the capital buildings. Okay. What remains here too is this Dexter world. Probably is decent enough spot to we're doing Mearsman. Let's see. 26 and Harmony crystals. Can I do the Harmony crystal orbital mining tech? Okay, that's just make a note here. So I want the orbital mining ability so I can get the hardening crystals. But do I take this and, or do I just make this a core world? So that will, where is it set in its resources? It's going to take 1 production away, 3 production away, 3, so 7. And then this one takes a little bit away from refuge. Refuge right now has, it's not going to be the only one here. Taking away 7 production though is gonna kind of hurt Iconia, but I can probably take some of these resources. Let's see, and a lot of these. Let's see, Iconia has 5, so it's not really getting a whole lot from this stuff from the decay. So I think it's safe. We can make this another core, but none of these candidates are great for cores because their approval's so low. I yeah, as far as organizing, I don't always do it, But when you're trying to track a lot of stuff, like I sometimes forget what purpose I have. Oh, I always forget this screen. You can see what's available to colonize. It makes it it makes it so it's faster to get everything set here. Okay, so this is a manufactured world. This industrial center is kind of in a terrible spot. They also have a capital mainframe that I want to use for somewhere else. And this approval relic for some reason is here. What's my approval here? It is pretty low, but probably could be in a better spot. Like, for instance, down here. But, I'm not going to worry about approval quite yet because I'm going to go to civilization and going to lower our taxes. And then go back to, not that screen, this screen. Okay, that's probably good enough. So I don't necessarily need to worry quite so much about approval right now. I'll clean up some of the stuff here that's causing these to be low. Okay, so let's move the industrial center. Now the key thing with these worlds, the former capitals, is don't move the capital. The capital gives you control. If you move it, then you won't be able. You'll get the core world capital only. All right, so I think this will go here. And then I will probably rush that one. And then that would be 6, 5, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I actually want the lower of these, but still stuff around it. I think that's the best one because then it will grant all that. Okay, fusion power plant. Well, that'll be good for now, and then I will also probably just make that a manufacturing district. Okay, now it says on turn. And okay, let's do the next turn here. Now I am looking out for leaders, so I might probably okay. Something's destroyed. Oh, pirate ship just destroyed a transport. Okay, and this is a Caldi ship. Don't oh, we don't want the Festron. I don't necessarily want a colony ship either. I guess this would probably be the best one because I gotta deal with the criminals first. That's a cancel and trade networks. And we want orbital mining next so I can get the harmony crystals. Okay, so we have a Festron over here and then we have criminals. And you don't want to, I didn't do all this at the last turn. You want to imprison the criminals, but it also costs approval. So as I get control, that I don't use for constructors, I'll imprison people and then release them. And okay, this is. I also keep forgetting what I'm using these for. Let's see, Tiberius. Has a colony ship probably here. Oh yeah, I wasn't even thinking. I could have got that Festron. Just put on one of the colonies. Okay, freighters. So for now, I will play nice and benefit. It's not necessarily my freighter capital, but I'll leave it. Okay, this is. Let's send. So I don't get bombarded with trying to figure out where I'm gonna put these. I might send this to fleet up. And I'm gonna move this to right here. Okay, Lost Taurians. Looks like we triggered the event. Let's go here. Okay, and then this one's going to, we'll create a new rally point. Set destination. Oh, I guess there's one right there. And then this one's going to, yeah, okay. And then I'll just combine fleets over here. What's this one? Haven Shipyard, okay. Gain a Taurian citizen. Gain a citizen get ore. And not do a citizen. This is actually a little tougher because I have Taurians here, so they're just going to rebel, but it's a free citizen, so we'll do 3 Helios ore. Well, if they declare war, they'll rebel. Ideally, I want to get maybe 20 turns of economy building before I get into another war, but we'll see. Okay, so these food tiles don't need to be food anymore. I have plenty of food. So let's destroy this one here, and this has the shark tank, which grants basically better to be adjacent to things, but that's not going to be the spot for it. Okay, let's we'll do financial district. I'm gonna rush it. You know, might as well use the money I've banked up here, and then we'll do another financial district. And then there's shipyard. Oh, let me look at asteroid fields. Okay, so 2 asteroid fields. 3, 4. Okay, so let's do that. Oh yeah, I convince everyone to war with each other. Um, okay, so this now I want to start making this into my research capital. So first thing I want to do, so I'm gonna go to this here. Let's go leaders, and I'm gonna just get a bogus leader. It doesn't matter uh, who they are. Okay, and then I'm going to take the capital mainframe and the industrial center. I want to leave their capital city. This one's fine, and industrial center. And I'm not going to worry about building anything else up. In fact, you can, I think you could refund this to get just a little bit of money by kind of clearing everything off. They also have population that you can reassign to things. So, but with their manufacturing being as low as it is, it's not going to be worth doing that. Okay, so capital mainframe, we'll probably put, because this is a, yeah, 3 per bonus point, and then grants 2. Okay, and then your Iconia can put this additional industrial center, we'll put probably right. Industrial centers are really good. So we'll put that one right here. And I'll rush that one too. Because they increase manufacturing by 5% per level, and then they grant 2. So put it next to your shipyards and then kind of in the center a bunch of stuff. They do harm you, but you're going to see right now that I've already took care or used them up for all they need. So if I destroy all this, I get to get small amounts of credits. Because it's not going to do any good. This is going to go back to being a colony. And then I'll leave that, even when that turns into a colony, they'll still have its effect. And then I will fire the governor. And I think that's the only one that I'll do that for. Unless, oh, this Tiberius one probably. Kind of any of the areas that used to be controlled. Take a peek, see what's on there. So we'll use the same governor. Doesn't look like they put anything interesting on there, so we'll just... Oops. And you don't necessarily have to do all this. But it helps benefit a little bit. Because I think all the... I mean, I probably got a couple hundred credits just destroying all this stuff. I wasn't looking at the beginning, but looks to be about 8 per. And we can destroy this one, even though it doesn't hardly gain anything. Okay, and then Go back here. Okay, so that one's done. That one's just find all the worlds here. So we have Dexter that I kind of want to colonize. Is there? I don't think there's any point in doing it, that one. Okay, so I think that's all I'm gonna use that leader for. I don't think they cause any problems in a faction. So this is I believe this is a social, and so you want the higher number of the pluses and lower number of the minuses, ideally. So this is going to increase shipyard production, but crime, and then this favored is a multiplier on all that stuff. So this increases research by their technology, but lowers manufacturing. This increases influence, but lowers your diplomacy with everyone. And this increases growth, but lowers food. So let's do that. And then I do want my research be higher, but I'm not going to get the greedy one. And we'll put this one in a science league. These bonuses add up a lot. In fact, that might not be the best one because their high diligence actually hurts. Oh, that's a natural league. Okay. I think overall that's probably okay. The key thing with factions is this is not just a dumping ground. There's a lot of benefits you can get from these. Because I think a lot of people just like, oh, that's where you throw extra people. It's like, no, there's strategy. You want to use those. Okay. All right. This is. So I built that. I want to build my galactic mainframe, or one of my other ones. We have a think tank that wants to be basically on the fringe of things. This possibility engine is another one. It wants to be on the fringe because it doesn't benefit from bonuses, but it does increase your levels by quite a bit. So it's kind of a balancing. Galactic mainframe. I need Promethean. And how many do I need? I need what, one or five? Okay, five. Okay. Promethean's very expensive right now. It looks like. The heck are you? Yeah, totalitarian is actually really strong for that. Okay, Promethean. If I can get 3 without, they'll probably want, yeah, all my money for that. Okay, let's do the open borders. And can I fill out whatever resources they don't have any of first? And so this is 50. This is probably another 50. No, I don't want to give up too much Trantium. Let's see, Helios ore. Okay, they'll give me quite a bit for that. Okay, so they'll do that. Paper silicates. Okay, so we're pretty close here. So a couple things you can do. You can give them flat credits, which I will do here. I find it's best with the AI. Just give them uh, as many credits per month that you can, and then do the final credits. Because if they declare war, then they lose that trade deal. Let's do a persuasion since I have it up, and then I don't have to give them 10 credits. It's not that much, and they'll give me 20. Okay, that's... Now I can build... Yeah, I'll have them give me a flat amount of money, but I will not trade for it. All right, so this one, oh, memory center is 3. Okay, so now looking here, I look for the highest bonus per level because it's the center, it's in the center of all this stuff here. I'll put another one over here. So this one's probably the one I'll throw here. And then I will do... I don't destroy too many things, but I'll get rid of some of them. And then I need I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Okay. Now the initial turn took a while to set up, but now that I got it all set up, I can pretty quickly go through a bunch of turns here. All right, so high expectation are criminals for constructors. Colony ships. Want to hold off on that. This is a colony ship. Probably get rid of the core or 22 expectations. Yeah, that they can go. All right. Interstellar trade. Interstellar cabinet. I probably should unlock my cabinet positions. Antimatter power plant. Don't necessarily need quite yet, but that's always a good one. Diplomacy. Let's do diplomacy. And let me make sure I don't have anyone sitting on world. There's a colony ship around here somewhere. There we go. I want to go here and then put that Festron, get him off world just before he starts eating people. That's another thing I see a lot. A lot of people like kind of worry about Festron. Just just kick him off world. Okay, now we're at 96% approval. So we can destroy this improvement. And do I build my shark tank here? Who's best? You do 2% per level, you do 3. So Shark Tank should be a center piece. And probably I'll build that, then rebuild the trade network. Shark Tank. And then rebuild the trade network. I'm still doing this kind of way out of order. I should have left the wealth improvement, did the Shark Tank, and then did the other one, but that's fine. Okay, let's see. So your population, you have some, so let's do a constructor. I need to go into the designer here and obsolete some of these things. Okay, so military ships, we can obsolete the constructor, colony ship, and freighter. Actually, let's do a freighter design. So freighters, you want to put, first thing you want to do is put a pro module, because freighters need to go very far away and not necessarily in your influence area. So pro module is really good for those. And then interstellar thruster would be the second thing I would throw on there. And then if you have bass, then you put it in interstellar drive, but I don't, so. It's, I must have started a new design. Why is it telling me that? Probe. It's not a combat ship. Fine, it's gonna be a Q ship. There. Okay, we'll obsolete that. I might actually try building that again here. Maybe it's because I... Oh, jeez. Maybe it's because I... Why is this doing this? Okay. This seems to be buggy. Am I not selecting freighter and just being really, really silly? Okay, I probably wasn't. Okay, let's do the probe module. And cargo modules. And an unshielded thruster. Okay, this will let me save that. That's what I thought. Okay. Let's get rid of the design because I won't use that. Okay, transport. I can obsolete that. Supply ship I will probably leave. Flagship I will obsolete. Explorer I will obsolete. Asteroid miner I will probably keep. of these. Those are my regular designs and specialty ships, and the military ships. Oh, I didn't do this. Why is it not letting me do that right now? Okay. Ranger, we will delete that design. I won't use that one. I won't use this one. Defender, I will not use either. And that leaves me my designs from earlier. Okay. Before I do anything else, just in case I lose my save, after reorganizing, I want to make sure I save the game. Just in case, even though I got autosaves. Alright, so we sent the one constructor here. Let's do the set destination. Let's do 2. Okay, this is Tiberius. We got all the colonies nearby covered. Now, I don't think they have... Oh, they have one population, so let's use that. Get a constructor. Yeah, I have my autosave every turn. I usually don't bother messing with it, but after I reorganize a bunch of stuff, I prefer just to make sure. Because I've done that. I've spent the entire time to reorganizing everything, and then I've realized I've lost my save. Okay, I need to be better about these things. There was something with benefits from harmony crystals. Let's do that one. Even though I might make that a core at some point. Here, actually, the best way going through this is cover it over these in here. So this is Dexter 1, which I got the harmony crystals. Your shield. Hypersilicates, is that... Okay, so I can do silicate extractor on that. Xanthium deposit. See, I wish they change it so I can actually take advantage of that, but since the AI did not build that, I don't get to get those. This pollen, it doesn't look like I can build that at all anyways. Okay, so got some resources here. And I think we can fly through some turns. Now, let's see, anomaly battle. I should probably make sure I'm watching these things. Oh, moisture generator, cool. Oh, I also need I need about 4 or 5 probes. Now the AI is exploring stuff for me because I did that exploration treaty, so I can kind of see all the stuff that they have here. So maybe I don't need that many probes. Maybe probably 2 more. Okay, so let's do... Rantium forges are really good on these, and then oh, I don't have a oh, you can't do these now with... They changed that. You have to have the Torians always are runaway because they. So there's a couple definite personality types that usually what creates the appearance of a runaway faction. Um, and the main one is the expansionists. Torians are, I believe, expansionists. I can look it up in the XMLs. Actually, I might have it already. Let's see, data. Here, 1 second. I could actually show. Oh, you used to be able to send your ships to a precursor anomaly without a survey module, and they would still be able to clear out the module or the I forget. I got them here. They'd be able to clear the anomaly, and then you just have your survey ship come by behind and pick it up. All right, so let's go to faction defs. And we will do this. Add window capture. Okay, so then you can see here. So you can kind of get their personality. So let's look at the Taurians here. This is the Taurians' preferences. So Taurians get a lot of growth from their benefit, or they do that, and then they also focus on growth. They also like their top focus is tech, then growth, and then I think military. So this is why they tend to run away. Maimat, they focus a lot on military. This is why their military gets out of control. Plus, they have a ability that gets 2 military ships. Their second one is fortification and expansion. So you can look in here, and this when you create a faction, you can specify these values. This is just how it shows up in the XML. So read that. So in case you're wondering. Okay. Okay. And then for some reason you have to trigger the event to see it. So I was responding to a post today on the forums, and they're like, "Well, these Arceans they don't do anything. They just sit there." It's like, well, it's pretty low on their priorities. Um, you know, so they're the Arceans basically kind of lock down an area with military, and certain things allow them to expand certain aspects faster. Because it kind of determines what their research and production priorities are. Okay, but I forgot what I was doing. Let's see. This, oh, I never specified anything for this relic. Let's move this to here. And just make myself a note that I want to do that next. Oh, I didn't put anything near the... Okay, then this, let's change my borders. Okay. I'm going to join up with these fleets. actually bring these guys back, and we'll join up with the survey ship. Okay, diplomacy, systems and control. This is, I think, a unique one, but I could be wrong. Terraforming, I kind of like because then it helps expand your towns. I don't need that text, so. And now that, because I'm focusing on research, even the stuff that doesn't have the research bonus are pretty good, or pretty cheap to learn. Okay, let's do the interstellar trade. Okay, and this is also one of the reasons why I rename them, is now I know this is my research world. I know who's on it. I know what it is, because sometimes you want to you forget like what these worlds are for, and then you need to make a decision if you're going to take a penalty or not. So this lowers by production, increases loyalty, or lowers by pollution, increases loyalty, and then costs 100. That sounds pretty good. We'll do that. It'll help offset some of the pollution from the. Now these worlds, I forget to deal with pollution. I don't necessarily want, by having so many districts, I get a lot of pollution, and I don't necessarily need all that. So, uh, and what they push towards their shipyard isn't necessarily reflected in there. So your manufacturing worlds, instead of getting the uh, too many manufacturing districts, that's where you eventually get away from those and you put these asteroids towards them. In fact, I should probably do that. Of course, I want them to be or make an easier way for reassigning these. If anything, because all these are linked together, when I send a asteroid miner, I should be able to take the asteroid miner, click it here, assign that, and that assigns both of them. And I hope there's I want to know is there a hotkey for this? Main. Well, I'll mess with that probably off screen. Just I'll reassign all these things. Okay. Iconia. Now these, I just want to make sure no one's complaining about pollution, which doesn't look like anyone is. So then I don't need to worry about my pollution anymore. I still have a fair amount of crime here. So let's make sure I don't have any criminals. Dexter 1. Oh, I'll deal with that later because I might need to assign someone for it. Okay, here's a criminal. There's a criminal. And there's a criminal. So I have 3 criminals here. Let's see. In prison, how much is in prison? Is it 5? Yeah. Can't stand this control cost. It does not help at all. Okay, and then I actually came here to do something else. So this world can get. Can't really afford the Hyperion Shrinker. This is. bunch of research improvements, Shark Tank, surveillance, Kimberly's Refuge, virtual world begins. I think the manufacturing capital is the only thing I want to build here. This is 20% manufacturing, a little bit of pollution, actually a lot. I don't know why there's pollution per month and then pollution. That's odd. And then, so let's, one moment. Sorry, I sneeze. Alright, let's just do manufacturing capital no, it doesn't do shipyard production, so I don't want next to my shipyard. I probably put it right here. Or right here. Let's do right here. Yeah, even with all of its production, it's still going to take it a while to build that up. Survey 1. Oh, I didn't see I have my culture. Hopefully I wasn't going on too long. Okay, so I have these. Early adoption. It's probably the next one I won't take innovation because it doesn't work. Okay. I think I have a UI suggestion. I want to be able to set buy ships, have like a toggle option for like probes to see the grid, but not have everything. Okay, so this is 1. So I need to make room in the other fleet for 6. For my survey ship. Okay, so the fighters are kind of the... I'll probably move a cruiser out. And we'll disband this fleet. We'll create a fleet. And then I'll move these... Oh. Well, that's weird. Okay, I don't know. It just didn't fleet up, I guess. Interstellar trade. Okay. Go to tech navigator. Okay, cabinet is pretty good here, but I don't have the money necessarily. Colonial bureaucracy for the extra policy. And I don't have all the new trees memorized. Espionage, Shao Temple. This is the... for landing. Go down to alliances. Stellar. Let's probably get our culture growth. Okay, fast constructor. And then the colony ship. I think I'm not doing any core, so let's get rid of the Korath. Okay. This is a research world, but not the capital. So I won't do my think tanks or anything like that. I may put capital mainframes on it. Alright, 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a clear my nose.